And this is basically what I'm referring to is a little after midpoint on video 2, where you just this is when the whole thing just falls apart, because you just completely forget what you're talking about. You take horrible notes, and you didn't retort almost anything I said. It was rather ridiculous. May I suggest, because I know you like to type, to go to your desktop, right click, new, notepad, and then open it, right? And then what you do is you write your little notes in there. And then it's right there on your screen. You're not using any paper, and you don't have to use your arthritis-ridden hands to try and write your notes. Yeah, I made that little comment because me calling you old makes you so angry. For a person that is against gun rights, and that I'm supposedly the one that's
Yeah, so you did it again, liar. I'm not against gun rights. Said it numerous times now. I mean, I won't say a dozen, but it's got to be posted at least 6 times, and I've said out of my fucking goddamn mouth at least 3. And so you just keep on saying that shit, and it's just that, it's fucking shit. But that's all you do, is you talk shit. And that's alright, that's your right. It's a free country. Talk all the shit you want, and I'll just sit there and keep making videos pointing out how full of shit you are. And at least we can know who's on what side in this war. Okay, because it is a war. Alright, it's an intellectual war. Okay, it's a battle of propaganda. It's a battle of reason and persuasion. Alright, and if people are going to buy your line, going to buy your bullshit, going to listen to your bullshit, well, I would like to know who they are, just so, okay, then I know who's worth the trouble and who's not worth the trouble. Who's there's a point in talking to, and who's just, fucking ignore them, because they're never going to look for a solution. They're not about fucking solutions. Alright, they're just about little ridiculous nonsense where you point out my notes aren't good enough or some other little idiotic stuff. I mean, obviously, I put more time in these videos than you put in yours, you lazy asshole. So, your suggestions, shove them right up your fat ass. God, you really are that's a really profound argument you're making there, boy. Yes, sir. I'm going to prove how bad his argument is by making a preposterously silly, pointless argument. You sure did own me on that one.
Also, the hippie bullshit that you came up with about our constitutional rights, well, more the Bill of Rights, when it has to do with firearms, that you basically try to say that you can speak for them. I think that's awesome. I mean, I'm glad that you put yourself in that line, that type of light, that you think that you can fucking speak for our founding fathers. However, let me go ahead and read a quote from one of our founding fathers. His name is Thomas Jefferson. At first attempt to recover the right of self-government may fail, so may a second, a third, but as a younger and more instructed race comes on, the sentiment becomes more and more intuitive, and a fourth and a fifth, or some subsequent one of the ever-renewed attempts will ultimately succeed. To attain all of this, however, rivers of blood must flow. Rivers of blood. He isn't talking about rivers of tears and rivers of, please, government, do what we want. And years of desolation pass over, yet the object is worth rivers of blood and years of desolation. For what inheritance so valuable can man leave to his posterity? For me, that says a lot. You know what that's talking about? That's bloody revolution if needed. And you think that you can speak for our founding fathers? He speaks for himself. Maybe you should go back and actually read what the founding fathers said.
Amazingly preposterous, right? I mean, the guy brings up Thomas Jefferson's name, and then he sits there and argues how I'm, doing the man an injustice. Yeah, right. We've heard all the Einstein quotes too, haven't we? Yeah, that's right. Taken out of context, Einstein is he believes in God and thinks we all should be praying, right? You can pervert anything you want. You can sit there and take everything right out of fucking context, and you think you're making a point. Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, I don't believe we had invented the nuclear bomb by then, had we? No, I guess we hadn't. I guess we don't even have an automatic weapon then, did we? No, we didn't. We didn't have a tank. We didn't have daisy cutters. We didn't have any of this other bullshit, did we? I think Thomas Jefferson's perspective might have been slightly changed if he had seen what happened in the last 100 years regarding the technical revolution. Yeah, don't you think? Do you think maybe there's a possibility that a smart man like Thomas Jefferson might realize that, guess what? Oh, this is becoming a very dangerous world, and I guess that really we shouldn't be playing with guns and bullets and bombs. I think he could have figured that part out. Okay, and I'm damn sure he'd be really fucking offended that assholes like you are walking around pissing and moaning about how his democracy isn't good enough for you, how it doesn't work, and you can't make nothing happen, and you can't do this, and you can't do that, and all this other pissing and moaning. And I don't think he'd be sitting there suggesting anybody pick up arms and go shooting anybody. And you fucking goddamn know it if you think about it. You goddamn fucking very well know it. So you're just slandering the founding fathers. You're slandering everything they invested, at least risked their lives and fortunes for. We have it right here in front of us, and because of a bunch of assholes like you who would rather just, yes, well, I want the blood. That's what you want. You just pointed it out to us. Yes, we must have the rivers of blood. Yes, must. That must happen. We must have the rivers of blood. It won't be rivers of blood. It'll be a nice big giant Noah's Ark flood of blood. Okay? There won't be nothing left. Asshole. Oh.
All you used against me was some
stupid.
Tired old. Well, that isn't what the amendment means. That because at the time we didn't have army or anything, so we really needed to have guns, and you're just really inferring, and you're not even reading what these people say. You just Paul parroting what you've heard. And that's the end of this. I'm not going to make another video to you. I don't care what kind of videos, another 3-part series you make of me. You can go fuck off. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're a fucking pussy. Yeah, I'm willing to fucking die for my fucking people. I'm willing to. That's the reason why I have a gun. You're afraid to die. That's the reason why you don't like guns. Not that I'm not saying that wasn't a threat. I'm just saying that. Never mind.
And well-armed militia, blah 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 blah, and we all know what the purpose was. They wouldn't do new words like militia for any other purpose than to imply government. The goddamn guns were supposed to be in use in service of the protection of the fucking nation, not for rebellion. That wasn't the goddamn fucking point. All right, the guns weren't supposed to be used to kill the founding fathers. You stupid fuck. So anyway, and like I said, I don't care. You want to own a gun, you own a gun. I'm going to call you a moron. Any asshole who waves an assault rifle on a video is a fucking moron. And then when he advocates that other people should pick up guns and shoot other people, then he is a super moron. Oh, god damn it. All right. But you're so fucking goddamn silly. You really are. I'm the most unafraid to die person there is. Look, I'll even invite serial killers or somebody else. You really have a need to kill somebody. Well, look, don't go picking on innocent little kids and other shit. You need to kill somebody, come to my house, okay? My address is right on my name here, just about, okay? Inmendham, you do a Google search, you'll find me. Come right to my house and you can kill me if you want to, okay? If you're really desperate, you really have to kill somebody, okay. Yeah, it's better you kill me than some poor little innocent kid. All right, so there. We'll see who has courage and who doesn't have courage, and whose words mean something, and who's a fucking got integrity, and who's just a little lying fat prick. All right. who can't do anything better than to think that, oh yes, I'm going to be a real man because I can wave a fucking gun, and I'm doing it for my peoples. You know, yeah, your peoples. Who the fuck are your peoples? Fake Sagan, American amazing atheist. I guess you're going to be the guy they put in the front. You know, when they're going to do their you know, their Mad Max, you know, desert war thing. They'll tie you to the front of the car, you know, and you'll be the little guy that, you know, pick up all the bullets for them. You know, it's just, you know, this has just gotten so crazy. Oh God, you're such a little